All right, here we go. The category is... Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The category is... I'm going to give you a hint. We love you, Burbank. The category is game show hosts. He has dated Stephanie Powers and Falcon Crest actress Susan Sullivan, but recently got engaged to be married. Madonna, Billy Crystal, Perry Como are fans of his show. He is... Alex Trebek. I told you. The category is game show host. He started out as a rock and roll singer in Nashville, Tennessee. Later was named one of the top 10 most watchable men of the year. Who is Chuck Woolery? The category is game show hosts. He has served as an unofficial mayor of Pacific Palisades and was signed as a teenager by the Philadelphia Phillies baseball team. Who is? Bert Convy. And we'll be back in just a moment. That's the other one. What's not to love here? All right, here's the book on Trebek. Native of Canada, got started Canadian Broadcasting Company, news, radio, television, hosted several other game shows, National Advisory Council for National Literacy Volunteers of America. He's also active with the United Negro College Fund and World Vision. He's probably the smartest game show host in the history of the universe, and he just got engaged. What is this? What is this?
You've already got somebody disputing the smartest game show host, Bert.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. That's true. Not very classy.
He asks the questions, he doesn't answer them. Remember that.
No, wrong. Bert, you haven't been watching the show. I give the answers, the contestants give the questions. You've got it backwards.
That's what I meant.
So we have just eliminated Bert Convy as a potential...
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Bert. Chuck's sitting this one out. He's saying,
Look at this.
Open my mouth and you'll know how stupid I really am. So I'm
Look at this, Brother Woolery here. 10 most watchable men of the year. You're married to Terry Nelson, and Love Connection is in its... Well, I can't
I'm happily
help it.
married. I have the most wonderful wife in the world. I really
I'm sure you do.
Really do. Not even go home tonight.
No doubt about it. Incidentally, 3,700 matches on the Love Connection. How many marriages don't tell them? 10. 10? 25. None. 1.
The last count, I think, was 14.
14. All right. For $25,000, who is Bert Convy's business partner? You people, you think you know everything. And apparently you do. Burt Reynolds, still working with the Indian, are you?
You bet. Yeah, and I'm not going to do a line here, so don't wait.
Don't worry, I'm sure you won't.
It's my partner, period.
I didn't know you were a jock.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said I didn't know you wore a jock.
See, the idea is for the host of this show to get most of the laughs.
I'm sorry. I'm
try and keep that.
Well, we're waiting, and we can't wait forever, can we, guys?
Okay,
we're doing this because we know he's going to kill us. So.
No. I wouldn't do that. Listen, this is a great history for you. I mean, not only how many you've done 50 telefilms, something like that. You deliver, kid. They must be crazy about you, and obviously you're talented. Win, lose, and draw, tattletales, just to go down the list a little bit. And now Third Degree, which debuted this fall. We wish you well with this.
Thank you.
We'll show them a tape of that in just a little bit. Now let me just get some of the, let me just talk to some of you individually. This will just take a moment. Are you now, or have you ever been...
Why will it just take a moment to talk to us?
Because the audience wants to talk.
Oh, I see. All right.
I thought he was doing a 10-minute show today. I didn't understand.
Are you
You gotta
now?
understand something, Phil. These
What is
guys, and I'm not really, but these guys are scared to death of you. They think you're going to get them.
Well, I am.
I don't.
I am.
Watch him nail me on Love
Yes.
Connection.
He doesn't, I will. I can't wait.
Are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? No, this
I didn't know what I was doing at the time.
right.
I was drunk.
Alex, now, you have received so much copy as the world's most eligible bachelor. You're the son our mothers want the daughter to bring home, and you're getting married, so? Well, now, what, is this personal? This isn't. Come on, Alex, tell the people. Just take a moment. It won't be the whole show.
I'm getting married to a lovely young lady who is not in show business. She did some modeling at one time, so you can appreciate the fact that she's beautiful. She's very intelligent. Yeah. She's more beautiful inside than she is outside. She has a marvelous, charitable nature, a sweetness about her that endears her to everybody she meets. And I feel very good when I'm with her. I feel terrible when we're apart. And after being alone now, I was divorced in 1981. After being alone for the past 8.5, 9 years, I think it's about time, and I found somebody who's just so special.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Really was. Just beautiful.
And Bill, I want you to know something.
What do you want?
Bert and Chuck do not have to worry about you nailing them in this hour, because I'm going to find a spot and I'm going to nail them. So go ahead.
Yeah, thanks a lot for thinking of that. Now I can't get my hanky back in.
Your mother may have some misgiving about your observation that you've been living alone for the past 8 years.
Well, I have. She hasn't been living with me for all that time, the last 3.5 years.
Now, does Mom move out now?
No, she's... we're going to build a new house, larger house, and
So-
she'll have her own separate quarters.
So this wonderful woman that you're about to marry is not gaining a husband, she's gaining a mother-in-law.
Yeah, she gets along very well with my mom, too.
A lot of good copy about your house, too. Tri-level and all that good stuff. Well, Ashland, Kentucky, you can spin a pretty good song, kiddo.
I've been there, but that's it.
Merv Griffin Show brought you to national attention. I feel like Ralph Edwards.
Wheel of Fortune.
But you were on...
Well, actually, the way it started
Wheel
was
of
I did
Fortune, yeah.
Carson. Merv saw Carson, asked me to do his show, and then Scrabble.
Wonderful story.
Wheel of Fortune.
And you sing a good song. I mean, didn't you write some music?
I used to, yes. I wrote and produced and sang for about 10 years.
Tell them about your hit song that you were telling us in the dressing room, the one you wrote.
Tell us about that.
Well, I wrote a song in 1968.
I know the name of it, I bet you.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. Naturally Stoned.
That's correct.
What do I win?
Of course, you have to understand that,
Sir.
21 years ago, and it was a top 10 song, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And the name of the group was called the Avant-Garde, so nobody knew where we were from. My career in music kind of rode the crest of an undertow for
Yeah,
about 5 years.
You haven't exactly been on welfare since. You've been doing very, very well. Tell me about the AAA. You could hit a curveball?
I didn't make AAA, and that's why. Because
But you play for Phillies Farm Club somewhere.
yeah, I played for 2 years. I played up in North Oregon, Klamath Falls, Oregon. Then I went to the Midwest and played in Salina, Kansas.
Where your locker was a nail in the wall, right? Where you-
The truth finally came out. He's been in the World Series 3 times on different shows, and hitting 300. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. He popped that bubble, didn't he?
Yes. Well, I guess I got to come to you first, don't I? All right. You get a... Now, you won't take all day for me. We get such shy audiences here in L.A.
I came to see Donahue,
I
but
know
I'm
you-
happy to see you.
Well, isn't
too.
that nice of you? Did you have a question for
Yes,
these?
I have a question for Bert. Bert,
Yes.
but it's about Burt Reynolds and his wife and that adopted baby. So
Yeah.
beautiful.
Really?
He is.
I have 2 adopted myself,
Really?
and I
Yeah.
love them dearly.
Yeah, he's adorable. He's Quentin is his name, and he is absolutely adorable. And he's adopted, but he looks just like Bert. So we can't figure that out, but
I wanted to know if any of them have children, and if they do, are they interested in going in the same business?
Kids. I can tell you, Alex has no children. Chuck, you have.
Yes, I do. I have a ton of them.
And so does Bert.
I do. I
Are
have
they
Carrie,
interested?
Kitty, Melissa, Jennifer, Courtney, Chad, and Michael Blair is on the way.
No kidding.
I got a ton.
No, that's just in this state. He's got them. He's got them all across the country.
Oh, you so bad. And you only have 3, Bert.
I have 3, that's right. Jennifer, Joshua, and Jonah. And if we'd had one more, we'd have named him Jesus, because we ran out of J's. So
My question's for Mr. Woolery. In the past, I've seen you host the Playmate competition on the Playboy channel.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you're going to be doing that again in the future.
Probably not. That was done in a moment of great need.
Yes.
Wait a minute, financial
Forget all the
need or
Playboy
what
stuff.
kind of need it is?
Chuck, how you doing? Before it's too late, I want to hear you sing that song.
Who, me?
Yeah. At least one verse.
Thank you. I shouldn't be so abrupt and just say no. It's just that it's been several years, and
I'll
you
sing it.
trust me. Let Bert sing it. Bert still sings. I quit.
still stoned after all these years. No, I'm sorry.
Back here.
This can be for any of you. What's the most embarrassing thing a contestant ever did on the show?
Go ahead, Alex.
You know,
No,
we
we'll start with
we
Bert.
have one.
most-
It's Chuck's. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't, because I must tell you, after dealing with as many people as I have, they all kind of dovetail into each other, and I can't remember them.
I did see.
I had one contestant once that did something that proved to be embarrassing, not on the air, but it was embarrassing for me. This is when I was hosting High Rollers in this studio, as a matter of fact. Very attractive, young, blonde contestant. And she won the game, and I was taking her over to play the bonus round, and she grabbed my hand, and I felt something in my hand. And it was a note with her phone number on it. And I was so embarrassed because I was, what am I going to do with this? It's in my hand, I'm on camera, I can't. And I just did a casual, well, all right, we're going to play the bonus round, and
Now, there is a difference in the way we host different shows. Now, had she done that to me, I would have read it on the air.
Hi, I have a question for...
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I have a question for Chuck.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the love connection for real?
Yeah, that's
We love your show.
Thank
The characters are so charactery. We cannot believe it's for real, but we love it.
Yeah, I'll give you all the information that I have. Number one, I've done the show for 7 years, and I've been to the office one day. I've never been in. So I do the show cold. I have cards that lead me through, because I don't know what they've done or where they've been or anything, so I have cards to tell me, give me suggestions as to certain questions. But you couldn't find, number one, that many actors to do it. And it's a very commonly asked question. A lot of people think because it is so funny and it's so this and so that, that it must be set up. And it's not. It's real.
Bert?
It's really
I had,
phenomenal.
one of the most embarrassing things was on Tattletales. You remember how Tattletales, we'd have the men out front and the women in the back with the earphones, and we would ask the question. Then we'd bring the person on backstage. Well, we had Zsa Zsa on. This is a true story. Now, she's in the back with the earphones on, and the guys are in front, and I ask the questions, and I go to her husband, and I say, well, get your answer, and he gives me his answer, and I say, all right, let's bring on Zsa Zsa, and Zsa Zsa comes on, I say, so Zsa Zsa, which will it be? She says, well, darling, and she forgot the name of the guy sitting out front. And I said, Bob, yeah, that's the one, yeah. He said, she had been on the show 3 times, this was her 3rd husband, and she forgot which one she was with. Then I forgot.
Now,
It's a true story. It's true. Yeah, no,
That's a good story.
I want to show these guys off, because this is, I am impressed with the work you do. You are at the center of our television life, and proudly so. Not unlike the talk shows, you take your hits now and then, and but I'll tell you this, say what you want about these folks. They work for a living, and what they do can really surprise you. Here's a love connection piece. She didn't like the guy. Now, let me just understand this.
It happens.
I realize that, but now I look at 3 videotapes. Is that how this? 3 women videotapes. They say, hi, I'm Tammy, and I'm 23.
You watch about 12 minutes.
Of each thing.
Yes.
Then I pick who I want to go out with.
That's correct.
Okay.
You
Now-
also have written information.
Okay, so you arrange it, and you pay for it, and we go somewhere.
Well, they arrange
Now-
the date. All we do is pay for it.
They arrange the date,
That's
you pay
right.
for it. All right, now, what's my next obligation? I come and we talk about our date, is that it?
You come in with your, well, you don't come in with your date. You come in separately. And you two talk to 2 different staff writers.
About the nature of the experience.
You tell your story to one guy, she tells her story to another guy.
Now, I assume this is somewhat of a winnowing process. I don't make it on the air if I'm not funny.
I would imagine so.
All right,
I would imagine it has to be kind
All
of
right, now
fun
tell me
or
about
something.
the audience. The audience then what? Chooses, they try to guess who I picked? Is
That's
that
right.
If they guess who I picked, I get another date for free or what? If they guess somebody else and we didn't get along, I can choose the other? No.
No. No, if they guess somebody else and you didn't get along, you go away.
That's it.
If they guess the same person and you got along, then we give you another date for free. But the interesting thing about this is, Phil, is that I think a lot of people might mistake. This looks like a game show. It acts like a game show. It's set up like a game show, but it's not a game show.
No,
it's a talk show.
Yeah.
Only one theme.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's it.
Now, listen. Pat, I think is the woman in this. This is one that didn't work.
Oh, good.
Well, roll the tape. Love Connection.
Was he just not your type or what?
I prefer blondes, Chuck. I really do. And he told me he was 5'6". I said, oh no, he's short.
Well, how tall are you?
I am 5'3", but I prefer a man who's 5'8".
But Chuck, I was the picker.
You could wear heels and get away with that. You realize?
The phone call was I could have, for all she knew, I could have been Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Willis on the other end of the line.
Yeah,
You know?
yes, Pat.
Okay. He said I had to thank him for picking me.
Chuck, I never, even on this phone call, she even said, well, it was real nice of you to pick me. For all she could have been home right now. She couldn't have been here. She could have been still waiting for a date.
Never know which way. Yeah.
So they gave you a real mild one for this show.
Yeah, they did.
I wanted to thank Alex for Jeopardy because I have two boys that are 4 and 7, and they watch your show. They find it really fascinating.
Well, I get mail from all over the country from people who also include photographs of their infants. And some of our young fans range from 10 months to 3 years, and they photograph them sitting in front of the TV screen. They get off on the colors, they get off on the music, I think. What worries me is that I've also received photographs of their dogs, their cats, and one parrot who's sitting in front of the screen watching me.
Well, some people in our studio audience, as well as those watching at home, may find it just a little self-indulgent for me to show you the following piece of Jeopardy. But nobody ever gave me an award for humility, and here it is.
Toys and games, and something brand new to us here on the show, Fill It Up. I suspect that's my writers' and researchers' way of having fun. Phil, of course, P-H-I-L, will appear in all of the correct responses. Our returning champion always selects first. Good luck, Ron. Go.
Thank you. Let's try Fill It Up for $100, please.
Top of the category. Here we go. First in Dayton, now in New York. Chicago was an 8-year stopover for this television talk show host. Maureen.
Who is Phil Donahue?
You're right.
Mother's for him.
You're making me famous, Alex.
No, if you're somebody, you're going to wind up as a clue on our show.
I'll tell you, and I'm flattered to be the easiest one, huh? I must be doing something right. We are in good old Burbank, California, with 3 of the faces on television that light up our daytime schedule, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Question for Alex. I'd like to know who comes up with the questions for your show?
We've got a staff of 12, maybe 14 writer-researchers now who do nothing but prepare the material all year long. That's all they do for 12 months of the year. They come up with about 1 game a day, 1 full game a day.
Sir.
Yeah, Alex, could I ask you, what is done to ensure the integrity of your show as far as categories are concerned and questions?
Well, first of all,
authenticity.
the authenticity. All right, well, we have the researchers working on the material. They verify it using encyclopedias, dictionaries, newspapers, magazines.
Right.
They call, our phone bills are really way out of line because they call the source to get verification on a lot of the material.
Now, I assume over the years you have been known, however rare, to be wrong.
Oh, yes.
And what do? You go on the air and say, we goof?
We do that. Normally what will happen is if we notice an error during the course of the show, we'll try to clear it up at the next commercial break. And following that, I'll come back and say, wait a minute, we accepted this and that was incorrect. But if it's a factual matter that we have definitely been wrong on, and it affected the outcome of the game, we will bring the player back to compete at another time.
I want to share with you Bert's program, which is titled Third Degree. This is an interesting idea. First of all, you have to guess what the person does and tell me.
No, we bring out people. It can be 2 people, 10 people, 20 people. You have to figure out what is the relationship between these people. And sometimes we'll bring out 2 people and they have a relationship to a third person who's not there.
Now, this piece we're going to show, I don't think steps on the piece if I say, this guy invented the hula hoop?
Oh, yes, if that's what you're showing, he sure did.
He invented it. Now, who are the other people there? His aunt and uncle?
His wife, who tested it. And he took it home. He had this thing, he didn't know what to do with it.
So what's the clue I get to try and guess?
You don't get a clue.
What's the minimum? What I ask? Yes or no answer questions?
Yes or no answer questions.
Bigger than a bread box, that kind of thing.
Exactly, and the panel has about 2 minutes.
No clue at all?
3 minutes, no.
Roll the tape. Third Degree, Bert Convy.
Gosh, it's been about 2 years since I've done this.
Yeah, go.
Well, I want to watch you do it first. Oh, yeah.
No, you got to keep it up.
I know. Okay, we'll be back. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away. More coming. All right, go. Oh, look at that. Got it.
How long did you practice that before you went on?
Never saw it. Really? No, that's
Guess
great.
what we've done, guys. Would you mind kindly stepping forward with me? I'm going to ask you to guess what this woman does.
Uh-oh.
Now, I happen to know. And incidentally, this is not a big... we just asked in the audience, and here she is. Do you know what she does? Yeah. You do? Well, don't tell. Does everybody? No. Your first name is?
Chris.
Chris. Very good. Don't we owe these guys a little bit of a category here? We'll be here 3 days. We won't put a clock on it. Don't. Is that all you want to tell?
Well, don't tell them too much. We'll get it, won't we, guys?
Yeah, sure. Speak for yourself.
All right, here's the clue. Here's the clue, and you guys should just... And I'll be the judge. Incidentally, if you don't get it, a dinner for 2 at Spagos for you. Okay. All right, now wait a minute.
I give up.
She is engaged in an entertainment activity. Go.
Behind the scenes or in front of the camera?
Front of the camera. Oh, wait a minute. Yes or no?
Yes or no answer.
Yes or no?
Oh, wait a minute.
Behind the scenes? Behind the scenes.
No.
In front of the camera?
No.
Does it have anything to do with animals?
No.
You work with people?
Yes.
You work in front of an audience?
Yes.
You warm up an audience?
And what?
You warm the audience up?
Warm as before.
No.
Are you an usher?
No.
Okay. Is this something you do with your hands?
Kind of.
Is this any kind of an athletic
Do you do it with your feet, too?
activity? Yes. It's an athletic activity.
Yes.
All right. Over to you, Chuck.
Thanks. Athletic activity. We've established you do it in front of a camera, so you're a performer of some kind.
No, she didn't say camera, did you?
No.
In front of
an audience.
In front of an audience. You're a performer. You're not a performer.
Take it away, Bert.
Yes, sort of a performer.
You're sort of a performer.
Athletic.
You do it in front of an
Athletic.
audience.
You work with balls. You look like you could be one of those gymnasts who work with hoops and balls.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
Do you wear what you're wearing now when you do this?
No.
So you wear some kind of uniform or costume?
Costume.
Is it a skimpy costume?
Yes.
Aha. Are you an acrobat?
No.
Do you serve people in any way? Is there a service that you perform?
No.
Are you a dancer?
Time's up.
What do you mean time's up?
Gong!
You're not a dancer? Well, I ask her, are you a dancer?
No.
Please tell these talented young men what you do.
I won a Jello pudding wrestling contest.
Oh! We're in Montana, right?
I was just about to say that.
Jello pudding wrestling contest. You have stumped 3 of the smartest men in the Western Hemisphere. Here's your dinner at Spagos, and thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Another 30 seconds, Bill. Another 30 seconds.
I know. You were really very, very close. Yes, sir. Yes.
This is for Chuck. What's the story about that transvestite that was on the show? And
the transvestite was on the... Okay, I guess it's gotten all over the country now.
Yeah. You want me to take this one, Chuck?
If you like.
Go ahead, you take it.
No, there was a guy dressed up as a girl came on the show. Now, we do pretty extensive checks. We check DMV and so on. And so he had obviously doctored all the papers and all of his past, and he came on the show as a girl, got a date, went out. Then they showed up on my show, because I don't see anybody until after it's all done. So he came out and sat down next to me, this woman, this guy. It was very confusing, and all I can remember was this woman had the biggest hands I'd ever seen. I mean, she could palm a basketball. And I kept saying to the makeup girl, "Geez, guy, this woman's got this big hands, you know." And she kissed me, and on the way in, she kissed me on the cheek on the way in, and so she was really playing it to the hilt. The guy, the funniest thing to me was after I knew, the guy in the box who'd gone out with her kept saying, "There was something about, I just couldn't put my finger on it." Yeah, I mean, it was embarrassing, but it happened, and it truly did happen.
Here's another embarrassment. This is exactly what would happen to me if I were ever a contestant on a game show. Believe it or not a lot of people are just like us. Here are two contestants who just flat can't figure this out, and they only have one letter left. Chuck,
like Scrabble.
It is Scrabble. It is Scrabble. You're the host. Roll the tape. Watch this.
The cornfield. Ready? Go. The cornfield. Don't you love this? Well, I can't give you the last letter. You guys look like a couple of... Hello? What was it? Podiatry! Podiatry!
That's what makes it fly. You can't have the joy of victory if you don't have the agony of defeat. That's about what would happen to me. Sir.
Well, first I'd like to thank you for coming to UCLA homecoming parade.
I had the best time. I absolutely had the best time.
First, I'd like to ask you, do you have any advice for aspiring talk show and game show hosts?
Good question.
Sure, absolutely. You should...
I think he asked me, but that's okay.
Did you go to the UCLA thing too?
No, but I think you're the authority here. You go ahead and
Actually, I
take it.
shouldn't be the authority. You have done it much longer than I have.
Go ahead, Bert. Go ahead.
No, I thought he asked. Didn't you say my name?
Yes, he did.
I didn't mean to be intrusive.
You were.
When he said UCLA, it's through.
Well, you guys fight it out.
I went to UCLA.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex. Do that.
No,
Pay your dues.
You know, the man to ask is this man, but I think to do everything you possibly can, be as versatile, do everything you possibly can, so you know what you're talking. So if somebody asks you a question, you may have talked about that one time in your life.
But
do it
also,
all.
Also, if I might add, you should try and concentrate on activities in radio or television where you will be working in an ad-lib situation, because that's very important. For game show hosts and quiz show hosts, you have to be able to think on your feet, because things will occur from one second to the next that aren't accounted for in the rules or in the preparation that the producer has done with you. So you have to be able to adjust, and that's very important. If you can't, if you're always going to be looking for a card or for advice from somebody else, you're not going to make it.
You also have to try and not make worse the terror you see in the eyes of your contestants. If you don't make these people somewhat comfortable, no matter how funny you are, the show isn't going to work.
None of us came from that kind of background, but Alex, I think.
No.
Bert didn't. I didn't.
I didn't come from that
We
kind of
just came
background.
into this thing. I think the secret is to have everybody have as much fun as possible.
And be as
no matter
friendly as
what
you can.
happens. I mean, if I fall on my face half the time I'm on the air, I don't do anything right most of the time.
That's my act. Wait a minute.
But it doesn't matter. It's fun. You know, it doesn't really matter. And I think that's the big
If you don't take yourself too seriously, if you can enjoy a laugh at your own expense, that's very good. And if you come across as the friend of the contestants, because the contestants are the real stars of the show, then you're going to be in good shape.
That's
the audiences
the real secret right there.
The audiences will like you. If you're a friend to the players, then you're a good man.
We're at NBC Burbank with Alex Trebek, Chuck Woolery, and Bert Convey, and we'll be back in a moment. Look at these good-looking guys. Yes.
I want to say hi to Bert. I was on Password. It was great. But my question is for Chuck.
Yes.
I was also on Wheel of Fortune when you were on. I thought you were great. I want to know why you left.
Oh gosh. I left basically because of money. My contract was up after 7 years, and I felt like they didn't pay me enough. and I made them an offer that they could refuse, and guess what?
Yes.
For Alex, thank you very much for the half hour every evening that shows us how stupid we are. And my girlfriend says you look much better in person than you do on television. Do you have somebody who coaches you on all those huge words that you have to say?
No, what I do, as you know, those of you who are familiar with game shows, we tape 5 shows a day. I go in at 8:30 in the morning, and the games are selected at random by a person from another network, our network of record, which is ABC. They tell us which 5 games we're going to be doing that day, and then I review the games. And if there are any words that I think are going to pose problems for me in terms of pronunciation, I look them up.
So in other words, when the answer is revealed, you have seen it. You've reviewed it.
I've seen it.
No surprises for you.
Well, there are surprises, Phil, because quite often there will be, if you watch the program, you know that our writers have weird sense of humor, and they will put in a lot of foreign words just to make it tough on me. And I'll be sailing along in a category that has to do with American history, and all of a sudden we go to Europe, and there's a name of a city in a foreign land in Czechoslovakia or in Wales, and I'm cruising along at about 65 miles an hour, and I hit that, and I go, oh, what did I remember to write down or think about in terms of pronouncing that word correctly? So it can be a surprise.
And your pre-show review also includes the answers, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex, will Jeopardy ever be on in the morning? And also, why is your hair dark in the morning and gray at night?
I don't think my hair is dark in the morning. This is it.
Let me tell you what it is. It's lighting.
It has to do with lighting, I'm sure. On concentration, which is done in this studio, as a matter of fact, the lighting is different than it is on Jeopardy. And I notice if you look at the side, my gray hair sort of ends here with the wave, and all of a sudden it looks like gray and then dark. But pretty soon I'll be just like Phil, and it'll be the same color morning, afternoon, and nighttime.
Alex, how do you think you'd fare if you were a contestant on your own game show?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the beginning of it.
How do you think you'd do as a contestant on your show?
3 years ago, I would have been a terrific contestant. In the last couple of years, I've lost a lot of it, and I don't think I would do very well now because my reflexes are not as good as they used to be. And I know about 70%, 60 to 70% of the material, but there are some categories in which other players would bury me. I mean, I just, you know.
Over here, friend.
I have a question for all 3 of you. I was wondering if you've ever had any contestants on your shows that did something that was so wacky or could be considered obscene that you couldn't air the show or you had to cut them out.
Yeah.
And if that happened, if the winners would get to keep their prizes.
Well, on Win, Lose, or Draw, it happens fairly often. I remember one particularly memorable moment when Michelle Lee was given the puzzle Tongue Twister. And it was so obscene, and everybody in the place got it but her, and she just kept drawing away, and we were falling down, and we couldn't take it out of the show because it bared on the results of the show. I can't be any more clear than that. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
The 3 of you obviously have a tremendous rapport. Have you worked together, or is there some sort of brotherhood of game show hosts?
Yeah,
have you got your own van?
Would probably assume that we all know each other real well and everything else. Now, Alex and I have known each other for 15 years.
Yeah, I started here at NBC on Wizard of Oz in 1973, and then I did High Rollers the following year, and that's when you started on Wheel of Fortune.
That's right. And
so
then,
we've known each other.
But we've known each other. We don't socialize. Now, Bert and I have had dinner a few times with our girlfriends and wives, and his girlfriend, my wife.
All at the same time, huh?
His girlfriend, my wife.
There were 7 people at the table, by the way.
Yeah. And so, but we all know, I think there's a knowledge of each other and a mutual respect we have for each other.
I think there is a sort of an unwritten fraternity code that exists among game show hosts because it's not an easy job to do. A lot of people think that, hey, it's a piece of cake. You just get up there and you deal with the game and the contestants, and it is not. And each year the networks try to come up with new game show hosts. They audition actors, performers, singers, whoever, and you don't see too many new show hosts coming out each year. And the reason for that is because it is tough. And I think if you're one of the group of game show hosts, you appreciate the difficulties involved in doing that kind of job.
Yes, ma'am.
To Chuck first, you are always so cool, and I've seen some shows where some women have made advances to you. How do you handle that? And to Alex, when will Jeopardy be recruiting in L.A.?
Chuck, go ahead.
Yeah, that's happened before on Love Connection. I suppose you noticed that more than anything else. That has happened. I always thank them because I think it's a real compliment that a woman would feel that way toward me. That a woman would feel that way toward me. But I let them know in no uncertain terms that I'm really very happily married. But I think it's nice for somebody.
Recruiting, we do that in Los Angeles year-round. The only time we are not testing people in the Los Angeles area is when our contestant team is on the road, and they are usually on the road on weekends.
Right. Your producers and your agent and your future wife will not be upset if I remind our viewers that you have a show called Classic Concentration. This is interesting. Incidentally, you wore a sweater for this program. I
did for about 4 or 5 months, but they have now got me back into suits.
That's not a bad idea, you know.
No, very casual look for the morning, yeah.
I'll take this sweater, and you'll enjoy this. Listen to this. This is interesting. Watch Alex with a contestant and the interchange with a person in the audience. Classic Concentration.
I look out into the audience now, and I see a very attractive young blonde, and I know she's not on our staff. Gary, tell me about this young lady. Who is she?
Well,
is this your wife? Are you married?
No, I'm not married, but this is my girlfriend, Leslie, and hopefully very soon we might be.
Have you proposed to her?
Well, you're jumping the gun on me, buddy.
Well, that's all right. Hey, I'm supposed to do things like that. Now, Leslie, this man has not proposed to you yet, has he? Not yet, she says. How long have you been seeing this young lady?
Well, we've been going out for almost 2 years now. But
well, I want to know on behalf of her family whether your intentions are honorable and serious. Let's get it together here, Gary. Come on. Let's do something.
Leslie, will you marry me?
Did he? Did he?
He proposed. She came out and she said, you got to get down on your knees to do this, and he did, and he proposed, and she said, he had just won a beautiful diamond bracelet on the show. She said, where's the bracelet? I don't know if they're going to get together.
Incidentally, the talented computer people here at NBC Burbank have put together a little, this will only take a moment. You ready to start? You have to guess what it is. What's behind the puzzle? Show everybody, Brian, so we can all play this game. I'm ready if you are. You want to be able to show it? All right, take away 1. 2. You got to go faster than this. It's an hour show. Yeah, tell me what it is. What does this say?
This is the...
Don't tell him, Alex.
No.
What? Donahue, you got it. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Come on. Donahue what? In L.A., the smartest audiences in the world come to see our program, and we'll be back in just a moment. Here are Trebek of Jeopardy and Woolery of the Love Connection, and Bert Convey enters the Derby this season with a program called Third Degree. Hi.
Hi, this is for Chuck.
Yes,
Chuck, I do watch your show very faithfully, but I
you.
have a couple of questions.
Sure.
Those contestants that you have on your show,
You're talking about Scrabble or Love Connection?
Love Connection.
Okay.
Do they really get married, and do you hear from them?
Yes.
14 did.
Yes, we do.
14 couples
14 couples did. And how can I get into your show if I get rid of my husband?
All you...
If you get rid of your husband?
Yes.
Well, hopefully you won't have to, but if you want to go on the show, all you got to do is call the number in Los Angeles for Love Connection. Believe it or not, we have a number.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I was on Classic Concentration, and that was a lot of fun, and I won, so it was more fun.
Good.
And I want to know, along the lines of this fraternity of game show hosts, I want to know why there are so few women involved in game show hosting.
I would like to answer that. I think Bert and I believed very strongly in that, in fact, and that's why we chose Vicki Lawrence to be our our host on Win, Lose, or Draw on the daytime on NBC. I still believe in it, and there are some other women out there who I think would be very, very successful at it. I think, though, truthfully, that women sometimes we hear, and we believe, too, would like to see a man. So it's a kind of a two-edged sword. Women would like to see a woman host also, but there are women who can do it, and you'll see more of them, I think.
I think go ahead.
No.
Not much time, gentlemen, but I do want your commentary.
I think the toughest thing is because it's so difficult to find a hit show. I mean, I've been very fortunate. I have 3 in a row, but that's not the norm. It doesn't happen like that. There are hundreds of pilots done. And if you get a woman who gets with a hit show, you're going to have a hit show, period, whether it's a man or a woman. So it's just, there's so few of them, I think.
I was going to make basically the same comment. The problem in the past has been that the women who have appeared as hosts on game shows have been on shows that weren't that successful. So the producers think, oh, woman as host of this show, it didn't work. It must be because they had a woman as host. And then they tend not to use a woman again. But you get a woman on a #1 show, and all of a sudden, you're going to have women all over your television.
Over here, please.
Alex, do you have any plans to make any movies?
No one's asked me.
Yes.
Has anybody ever gotten so much stage fright on your show that they got totally tongue-tied on any of your shows?
Well, that happened on the very first show I did here at NBC, Wizard of Odds, and it was a strange situation. I was a new game show host, very green, and I wasn't able to deal with all kinds of unexpected situations. But it was a simple situation. The lady was asked, I said, there are 4 numbers up on the board. I want you to pick the one that you think would be your favorite. And she couldn't do it. She couldn't say anything. And I said, well, there's a 7. That's a lucky number. That's a good one. She just stood there like this. I said, well, how about 49? 49 is okay. And finally I said, pick a number. And she said, 22. It's okay, thank you. So that has happened.
Hi, my question's for Bert. I've noticed that you're really involved with UCLA, and as a fellow Bruin, I was wondering how you feel about the Bruins' losing streak in football.
It's not a pretty sight. I don't understand it, truthfully. I think we're all a little mystified since we have such great recruiting seasons. All we're told about is we get the greatest high school athletes in the country, and then it doesn't happen. So we'll talk later. I have my own theories.
And you've got one of my favorite college football coaches at UCLA as well.
Terry Donahue is a wonderful coach.
This is for Bert. Bert, how do you get on to the Win, Lose, and Draw, and why aren't you hosting it anymore?
Well, we have this new show that we're really trying to get launched in a strong way. So we brought on Rob Weller, who's doing the show now, and to get on the show, just like these guys, you call the Win, Lose, or Draw office here in Los Angeles. On the show, just look for the number and give them a call.
Yes.
My question is to Bert Convey. Burt Reynolds is your partner, but who's the managing partner? Who has more control on the show? Is it your partner?
Oh no, we're equal partners. Bert is in Florida doing his show Stryker, BJ Stryker. So he's not here a lot. He's in Florida, but he is involved. I speak to him every day at length, and we do it together.
Yes, ma'am.
First, I want to thank Bert for the great show. I have 3 children, and after taking care of them all day, I love watching your show.
Thank you.
Win, Lose, or Draw.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And just to Alex, I want to thank you for your great show. My husband and I have learned a lot from your show.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yes, there you go.
Hi, you do look thinner in person.
Who are you talking to?
All of you.
Thank you. We all look thinner. Good.
Do you watch each other shows?
I actually see both of their shows fairly often. Amazingly so. I don't watch much else, but I do see these shows. That's the truth. One to show to prove how smart I am, and this one to see what's going on in that crazy show, because I love that stuff.
And one of the things you have to realize is that because we tape so many shows at a time, it's possible for us to get stale in how we handle situations. So I steal from these guys. I watch how they deal with certain things.
Yeah, I noticed you put on a sweater. I was going to comment about that.
Something as simple as getting into and out of commercial breaks.
Yeah.
You know, you say, well, we're going to pause for this commercial. That gets to be so tired.
Are you
after a
kidding?
while.
I have that problem. Tell them we'll be back in a moment.
We'll be back in 1 moment.
Let me get somebody who hasn't had a shot. Just give me some. All right, go ahead.
Mr. Woolery.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Woolery, the question, do the participants of Love Connection have to sign a waiver when they become a part of the show in case something happens between the man and the girl?
Honestly, don't know. It's a good question. I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
Probably.
I haven't been in the front row. You'll stand.
Chuck, did you ever appear on Sesame Street about 15 or 20 years ago?
Services provided and promotional fees.
If you like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more game show gems here in the vault. You can also find more fun stuff on our Facebook page,